I've done some adventuring as well, gone out on my mount earlier today just to like see the world and whatnot. Came across, as I said earlier, came across the human area, capital, and yeah, went in there. I'd also found out that, quite annoyingly, you can't see. I don't know if you can get any normal quests from other cities, but I was looking at all the NPCs in the city, and none of them were giving off any quests. Now, obviously, I'm a Merdane, which is like the elf type character, so that the human area isn't my starting area. It's just the closest one to Hammerdale, the new city. So yeah, I was a bit bummed to find that out. I knew that there's these title quests you can get, I think they're called, and they give you kind of bonuses, which you can only have so many activated at a certain time, like stat boosts. And yeah, I know that they were definitely specific to your racial town, but if anyone knows anything about that, please hit me up in the comments and tell me. But yeah, so that means I'm going to have to head all the way over to the... I'll show you now. See, we are currently out there in the sea. Hammerdale is there. And I have to head all the way west to about that area there. That is where my starting city is. I think my capital might be there. Zoom out and find out. It's to the left. So yeah, my capital's about there. So I'll have to head over there to get my title quest, which is probably about 15 minutes on a mount. I could be wrong there. And one thing in Darkfall you do have to make sure is when you are cruising around on your mount, that you definitely want to definitely need to be careful. I had one guy earlier who was kind of stalking me as I cruised past him, and he stopped hidden in like a stone area and just looked back at me. I was getting a bit worried, but I didn't think he could catch me up. But yeah, you do definitely have to be careful. Along with, there is a lot of PvE kind of enemies that will, like as a low level character, they do quite a lot of damage, and annoyingly they do a fair bit of damage to your mount as well. I tried to get the mount healing skill, because you can actually heal your mount with a spell, but it was I had to have 50 skill and lesser magic, and I've only got 38, I think it is. But I got the lay on hands spell today, which looks like it requires sulfur. I think that's not sulfur. Requires a reagent, which is a bit annoying. Heal yourself requires nothing. Neither does mana missile. What I've been doing is focusing on my two-handed weapons, so you can see the one that I've got there on the left. That's the one I've got in my hotbar, but I don't actually have that on me at the moment. It's a pretty sweet sword. Oop, we lost someone. Yeah, that's a pretty sweet sword, so I've been focusing on great swords. I really enjoy them. They look cool. So yeah, I've been getting that skill up. I'll show you. This is the skills panel. I don't think I showed this before. I was actually hoping to show some crafting, but I probably won't get to this episode. So you got all your different weapons. Like, if you expand weapon skills, you got all your different weapons, and then each of those can have like specific skills to the weapons. So if you're going great swords, then as you can see, I'm 22.53, which isn't that high. I do need to go out and get that leveled up, but I need some help going out mob killing. Yeah, there's tons and tons of different areas of magic you can do, but I'm not going to be focusing on magic. I'm going to focus on archery and two-handed swords, as I said. I might give the daggers a go. I'm not sure on that yet. I'll see how they are. As you can see, the guys are chatting to me here, so sorry if I go quiet for a second. I was told to film the stars there. I'll show you guys. Bloody hell. Ooh. I have no idea where we are. And get out of the water here. Darkfall you can pretty much climb any really ridiculously steep slope like this, which is pretty cool actually, because it does get annoying. Yeah, it's got a full day-night cycle. The world actually does look really pretty when it's at its best. Like, there is some janky edges and it's not the most graphically gorgeous looking game, but there are some really nice sights actually. I'm gonna make that. Apparently this is, we're on a little island now, so let me have a look. So we're there. Player housing, I believe. Yeah, another thing. When you're looking at your weapons, I was only just told this the other day. When you look at your weapons, you'll get different stats on them, like attack speed, damage I think it is, and weapon rank. Now, what you do is, if you... This place looks pretty sweet. If you look at your weapon skill, what it is, say it's a great sword, which has a weapon rank of 20, then what that's saying, apparently, is that you should have your great sword skills as 20. Now you can use, so say there's a, like, say you've got a level 80 sword or weapon rank 80 sword, then yeah, if you got a weapon 80, sorry about this, if you got a weapon 80 rank sword, and then I don't believe there's actually any restriction on it, so you can use it even if you're a noob. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But you'll be a lot more inefficient at it than if you did actually have great swords rank 80 of your actual skills. So like for me, I've got a sword which is a sword of rank 20, and as I said earlier, my rank for my great swords is, I think it was 26, which means I'll be using that quite efficiently. So that's just a little tip for new players out there. It's something I didn't understand at first. Apparently this is a free village control point, so the guys are saying that we could actually capture it, but no one has the required stuff to capture it, and I believe it's quite expensive. But yeah, this is a pretty sweet looking area. Very Halloweeny. I've started to get a lot more used to the interface now. At first it did feel a little quite clunky and whatnot, but I'm definitely starting to... It's just becoming kind of second nature now. You're using my right mouse button to activate the interface mode and whatnot. But one of the guys pointed out in the comments to make sure I mention that you can rebind the interface button. So like a guy I know has just started playing, he's using the escape key rather than right mouse button, and that's perfectly fine. You can do that if you want. He used right mouse button to block, which does actually seem quite logical, as V is a bit of an odd button to press, but yeah, it's completely rebindable, so if any of you guys were wondering about that, don't worry.